Hello and welcome back to another episode in my Minecraft playing world. In the last episode, it had been a while, so we kind of had like a bit of a look around and see what was happening in the world, and we had to take stock basically. So I ended up moving the storage room from the downstairs in the warehouse to the upstairs in the warehouse, gave us a little bit more space, and then I had a quick run around and I collected all of the shulker boxes that I can find. But in actual fact, that isn't even true that I got all the shulker boxes, because I didn't even look at the front over here, and there was some here. I'd missed all of these. Besides all of these, I've got everything, okay? So in today's episode, what we're going to do is we're going to basically... so having that perspective moment of looking around of what's been built, and kind of projects are half in progress and half not, and I'd put wall blocks down to plan things. I've kind of lost speed with where I was on a lot of things, so I've kind of re-entered into this world with a new perspective of what I'm liking and what I want to change. So I'm going to reduce a lot of this back down to the foundation of what this island was. So I'm going to be removing all of this cliff and grass all the way up here, all of that hill mountain area, and I'm also going to remove this section here probably to about there. I think this is what I'm going to do. And then that's just going to be able to give me sort of a clean working area down at this side of the island as well. And I think I'll have a better plan going forward with that. So that's what I'm going to do first, is I'm going to literally reduce all of this, get it all gone, and then this section as well. Okay, I've got the first bit done, and I just need to head to my XP farm in the end to repair this absolutely destroyed shovel. Okay, we're back in the overworld. So I've got rid of this first front part of this island and cliffs and the grass area, and exposed the iron farm as well. I've also managed to fix the farm, I believe. There was a slab right here, and I've moved it above him. I moved it above our zombie boy, so he can't move out of there now, but I think there's a better line of sight now. I think that's what that block was doing, was when these guys were stood right here, that slab was blocking that line of sight. So, and there we go. So I thought it'd be good to at least get this running whilst we're working around this area as well, so we can at least build up the iron before we get rid of the farm. I'm back from fixing my shovel again, and I started on this top peak area, and I've only really taken out that chunk on this side. I'm going to leave the bridge and that side of the island for now, and as we work that way, I'll deal with that part. But for now, we just want to reduce the majority of this side back down. But yeah, making progress, chipping away at it, and making a big hole. Okay, so that is now gone. I can't get rid of this because that's obviously got our little pirate cave going on in there, so that's staying, that's fine. I've removed up to around here. I can leave this for now until we work out how that section of the island is going to work its way around to here, and then I do have the cave entrance there, so I'm going to have to create some kind of cliff face at some point around here. So I don't want to go too far just yet. So I'm happy with where this is at the moment. I do want to now come and strip this part down, and this is going to be... So I'm going to leave this walkway in, this curved path, and it's basically going to be from about here all the way round up to about here. It's just going to go. And then I'll work out how, again, these two areas will then combine over time. Last little bit done. I've just got all these blocks that I need to grab. I've made a mess everywhere. But as I was removing this last part, I found a staircase. I can't even remember what's down here. What is down here? Is it my mine? What's this? Oh, it's my sugarcane farm. I completely forgot this even existed. Oh, cool. The things you find. Okay, so all that's removed, and we've still got this pathway in. I just need to grab all these blocks. I don't really want them to despawn. They're going to come in use, and it's raining, it's dark. There's a lot of things going on. Give me a sec. Okay, I'm back. I've collected everything that was dropped over there, done all the unterraforming. Now I want to start on the harbour. I want to kick off this harbour journey. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to leave all of this for now, and we're going to kind of decide what to do here in the future. But what I am going to do is I'm going to extend out quite far. It's going to look like it's quite far, but then that gives us a lot of space for buildings, and then we can start to terraform into the island rather than having the harbour be quite direct up against this pirate cave that we've got. So it gives us a bit of building space. So it's going to be probably from about here outwards a fair bit. We're going to have a pier coming off of that so that we can have big boats can park up on that. We're going to have a new dry dock that I'm going to build somewhere around here, and it's going to be considerably bigger than what this one is. And I've been kind of looking at the pirate ship I've got in there and working out sizes and things. So I think it's going to look pretty big, but once I fill it in with a boat being built and stuff like that, it'll look pretty good. But for now, I'm going to get the foundation of the harbour in, and I want to build a harbour master house building where they control like all the goings on in the harbour. So without going on and on and on about it, I need to kick into getting a bunch of resources, a lot of resources, and then getting this foundation in, and then getting this building in. Hit it. Okay, so yeah, I've made quite a big harbour, but I've got a big vision for it. I want to be able to have a lot of things going on in here. I don't want it too small. So yeah, the dry dock's pretty big, and it's still full of water. So that's okay. We'll have to tackle that next episode. I need to drain this out, then I can finish the floor and the sides. And for now, I've just made a temporary gate just so water would stop coming this way once I've drained it all out. So this will be a coming soon progress. But for now, the Harbour Master's house. And I really like it. I think it's really cool. So I've kind of gone for like a little side garage hut. We'll put some shelves and things in here. We've got kind of a stable bit underneath as well, so that's where we can put our horses. I've just let mine walk off for now, that's fine. And then we've got like another little garage space underneath as well. We can put some storage and things. And then my thinking is that on the first floor up here, we'll have like office space and stuff where they process what's going on in the harbour. So Eventually we'll have ourselves a couple of boats parked out here, so this could be a great view. And then out these windows as well, once we start getting some buildings and things going on, it's going to look really cool. And then upstairs is going to be the living quarters area. So interiors isn't really my thing, so I'm going to have to push myself and make an interior, especially for this building. I think this might be one of those buildings where it will be worth it. I've also, off camera, gone around and added some details around the windows. And we kind of gone for like a Tudor house kind of style. And I've added these fence gates just to make them pop a little bit. And I think it looks really cool. I really like it. A little bit of green for the living space as well. Around here as well, I've incorporated some mud bricks. I had to go and get a load of mud for the floor texturing, and I wanted to try out the mud bricks. I've not done anything with them yet, so that was fun to do that. And around here as well. So as we develop the dock and we get some stock and materials and things building up ready for boats to be built, then a lot of this will take shape and will fill in pretty quickly. So it looks pretty big and sparse at the moment, but like I said, once we've got more in here, this is really going to start to fill in and look really good. My horse is running off and to go and save it. And that leads us on to this section. So obviously this dry dock isn't staying. I'm going to cover this in. But the question remains about the warehouses, what we're going to do with those, because they are a few blocks down than what it is, 2 blocks. So I don't know what the plan is for this side of the harbour. And that poses 2 questions. One, I can just leave it and then eventually I'll tear these down and build whatever I want to build here. Or this is the question that I pose to you guys, okay? And this is where you have a hand in what happens next. Is I could almost, I'm trying to think the best way to do this is probably schematic the warehouses and maybe a couple of these buildings and just raise them up 2 blocks. So it's going to be a cut and paste job. Now this is my single player world and it's my rules, and I know that's kind of going to be a bit cheaty in a single player world. So I leave that to you guys in the comments. Let me know what you think. Do we raise up these warehouses? And I think it's going to be these 3 buildings. And probably the opposite ones here. So this 1, 2, and 3. Probably not the ones without roofs on. They can probably be knocked down. That's fine. So we're looking at about 6 houses and the warehouses to be bumped up by 2 blocks. So let me know in the comments what you think. I'm happy to swing either way of raising it up, or as we progress, knock them down and make something new. So I leave that choice to you. But I hope you've enjoyed the episode. If you have, please leave a like button, leave a comment, leave all the comments, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye.